Thank you again, Speaker. Thank you, Senator Haji. And we'll do our best during this holy month of Ramadan to sustain those areas because of the kind of lifestyle during the month of Ramadan, to make sure that people are comfortable, the air conditioning in our homes are working, and so on and so forth. And like I said, again, I'm here with the CEO for Kenya Power. We are listening, and we will act on that. We have got local transformer manufacturers, and I think today, honorable members, the requirements for importing transformers into the country are so difficult against local manufacturers. In fact, all transformers come out of local manufacturing. I don't know how much local it is in terms of assembly and manufacturing, because transformer would be a coiling. We may not manufacture copper. So the question of how much is raw materials manufactured and how much is assembly. But the point today is all transformers that come into the Kenyan market are locally manufactured, particularly up to a certain kilowatt rating. The big ones that we may not have capacity come from outside, and we are building capacity for the local industry to be able to do that. We've got a very stringent inspection and certification process, and Kenya Power do work with the local manufactured transformer companies to ensure that we support them in this endeavor, and therefore localize, create jobs for our industry. But the point, Mheshimiwa, is it would be difficult. Of 100 new transformers coming into the Kenya market, you may not get 5 imported transformers. It is basically locally manufactured. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable CS. Senator Aaron Chirchir.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first I want to congratulate the Minister and his team for a job well done in first responding to questions that have been raised by members, and also the leadership that they are providing to the ministry, listening to the answers. Mr. Speaker, if the Minister can commit and assure us that the plans as he has laid out this afternoon before the House will be delivered, then we're in a good place, and I want to appreciate what they are doing as a team at the ministry. I have one question, Mr. Speaker. When the Minister was responding, Speaker, he mentioned the desire by GOK to move to 100% green energy by 2030 and the plans that entails. I am aware, Mr. Speaker, because previously in my life in this House, I served as a member of the Energy Committee, Mr. Speaker, that there are many people that you can call entrepreneurs, for lack of a better word, who are still holding around, either in Kenya or in the famous capitals of the world, exploration licenses for geothermal, which can help us as a country to access those sites, Mr. Speaker, and be able to bring on shore cheap and affordable power, as opposed to the old generated power, some of which he has mentioned, like the diesel power. When is his ministry going to take decisions against such business people, so that we are able to enjoy cheaper power? Because that was a key promise that this administration made to the people of Kenya, yet that is yet to be fulfilled, Mr. Speaker. Finally, Speaker, and this is of interest to you, so even if you want to throw me out, it is your people of Bomet who will benefit just like my people, and that's not a bribe to you. Can the Minister confirm to the House when will they commence the construction of this Narok-Bomet line that will affect all of us that are in the western part of the country, to stop this quasi-lead shedding that we continue to see each and every other day? The President made a pronouncement recently in his tour of Bomet, but we want to know when will works commence. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CS, respond to the 2 questions. Ordinarily, you ought to have asked 1 supplementary question, but I exercise the discretion understanding order number 1. So, Honorable CS, proceed to respond to the 2 questions by the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Senate Majority Leader, for raising what is very important for this country and for the world at large, to pitch our country as a renewable, green, renewable energy country. There will shortly be premium on green, green steel, green everything in terms of manufacturing, because it supports and addresses the challenges which mitigation on climate change would otherwise be so expensive. Like what we've seen in the very regular rainfall patterns, the temperatures that we feel today, when it should be sometimes the coldest time of the year, it's very warm, and causing really difficult patterns on even how we do our farming. That commitment of 100% renewable by 2030 is a commitment that has been made at all levels. And Speaker, honorable members, as you are aware, we are today 93% in terms of energy mix renewable. And the 7% is basically the power that we get out of heavy fuel for picking. We don't have a coal plant. We don't have any fossil fuel except for picking in the evening when there is a certain surge of power demand, when industry is working and we light our homes in the evening. And that is only for 4 hours. But the rest of the hours in the day, we run renewable, except for what I said, we need to expire some of the diesel generations in the coast region. But like I said, like has been mentioned by Senator Chirchir, the expiring PPAs on the diesel generators are not being renewed. I think we made that commitment, and for every expiry of a PPA and they are all coming to an end, we are coming in with renewable energy. We've just been pushing to commission some 70 megawatts out of Meningai, sometimes next year, another 58 megawatts out of Wellhead generation from Olkaria. And therefore, our work towards achieving 100%, albeit with the challenges, we're going to work that journey.
Senator and Senator Faki.